Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Expert Suck Sports Betting Podcast. I am Mike Day, and I am joined, must be a Thursday afternoon, because I see Brad Thurman joining me.
You do. The only day you and I ever talk is only on
Well,
Thursdays.
and some Saturdays. and
And
lots of texting
Sundays,
in between.
Mondays and Tuesdays and pretty much every day.
Yeah. So, yeah, a lot of texts fly between Brad and myself. We do have a poker game this weekend, so that'll be good.
Yes, we do. Maybe
Get
I can
together.
take some of your money.
Yeah, yeah. So it seems like sometimes we do end up, in some big
And
pots,
some hands together when you're
some big
playing.
hands.
When you're playing your 6-7 suit, and I'm playing my
Eight
ace
seven,
8-5.
8-7 suited. Yeah, I am the 8-7 suited guy, and you are the ace rag. Doesn't even have to be suited sometimes.
No, heck
Yeah,
no.
that ace is just too pretty. Yeah,
All
some of
right.
those hands we just can't get away from. So, welcome in everybody. If you have never joined this show before, we are the Expert Suck Sports Betting Podcast. Brad and I started this podcast last season for college and pro football. We pick 6 games in a contest. Yeah, John Mooney. 6 game. John Mooney plays poker with us too. He always likes to think that he can see everybody's tell, but whatever. Um, but yeah, we pick 6 games, college or pro, against the spread, against the consensus of the experts. And what I mean by consensus is Brad and I have created a criteria of how these games qualify to be on our pick slate. Um, and the way they qualify is 65% or more of the experts have to be on one team, one side of a game, and at least 75 experts need to be picking within that game. And then we go the opposite for 6 picks. John likes to say that he has my tell, but yeah,
I have your tell as well. It's any 2 cards for you are playable.
yeah, it's pretty easy. It's pretty easy to know my tell when I basically my range of starting hands is anything better than 7 deuce offsuit. So yeah, that doesn't that's not hard to figure out that tell. But anyway,
Well, and then if everyone checks, we know you're betting, so it doesn't matter what you
yeah,
have or
that
what.
too. You might as well bet out because I'm either going to call you or check raise you or whatever. So yeah, yeah, there are patterns, I suppose, but uh, I
All right.
I I like to think I win a little bit more often than I lose. So you must not have that tell down too well. All right. So, and then what we do in the show is we go through last week's picks. We are now in week 16 of the contest, which correlates to the week 16 of the NFL. So we go through last week's picks, go through some super cool stats that we've accumulated year to date, and then get into next week's picks. So, Brad, tell the people how we did last week.
Again, Bizarro World is happening. Uh, Everything is going right for us this year. I was thinking a 1-5 week. You were like, ceiling is 3-3. Well, we busted through that ceiling, and we were 4-2. And at one point on Sunday, we had a path to 6-0.
We
There was
did.
2 games that we lost that at one point both of them are covering.
Yeah.
So I was like, holy crap, is this going to be the week when both of us thought we're screwed?
Yeah. And
And
we finally pull off.
get it?
Yeah. Yeah.
But
We finally pull it off. But
the 2 games that we lost, we'll get into it here in a second. But we were okay with losing these, and you'll hear why in a minute.
yeah. So, yeah, we in 2 years, the show picks have never been 6-0. But you have to understand, and we've said it multiple times, we're not picking from the entire slate of games that are available every
Yeah,
week. We have to narrow that pick slate down to the ones that qualify. And I went through the qualification criteria.
yeah.
And
And
so
last week it was 11 games we
it was
had.
11 games. Yeah. We went, yeah, the experts, we'll get into that one too. The experts suck side went 8-3.
Yeah,
So yeah, we had 11 picks and we had to get 6 of those out of there where everybody else had, probably twice that.
right.
So yeah, we're doing pretty good. That 4-2 really helped us out. Let's get
Well,
into
yeah, and as you're pulling
the
that
slides.
slide up, and for those that are on YouTube, you can see the slides, and for those that are on Spotify, obviously you can't, but that's what we're referring to. So if you want to jump over and check us out on YouTube, just go to the Expert Suck and like us, and yeah, you'll be able to see our faces and see the slides that we have going on as well. So
Yeah. Hit that
um,
subscribe button, and then there's a bell. Hit that bell, and it'll notify you whenever we go live or if we post something new.
yeah,
I'm trying to post a lot more content, not every day, but pretty close. All right.
well, and what's interesting about this week, I was looking through the four victories that we had. All four victories, that was probably the easiest four victories we've had. Like they were really, really, like they were just no sweat going on. At least from my standpoint, all of
Yeah.
them were pretty damn easy. So
Yeah, they were. And like, yeah, we only had 2 college games, and then we had 4 NFL games. And NFL is typically like, oh boy, these are so close, and
yeah,
a field goal one way or another, um, just can ruin it for
oh
you.
yeah,
But not in 2 of these. The
no,
2 we nailed the 2 college games though,
oh yeah.
starting
Uh,
with starting with this one right here.
well, the first one, 77% was on Boise State playing Washington. Washington was a 9.5 point favorite. Final score 38-10. So
Yeah,
again, this was for us the way you want to start the week. Like, okay, good, we're good. Actually, we started the week with the Army game, but still on Saturday, it was a great way to start. It was just uh, very easy walk in the park for us, and never really felt like we were in danger of losing this one.
yeah, not on this one. I mean, we handicapped this right. Like none of the players were opt outs or anything like that. And Boise State's a little bit down,
Yeah,
comparatively to like a Big Ten school like Washington. So yeah, again, we were definitely on the right side of that.
yeah,
The next game, see, I'm going in order of high to low because that matters too with our year to date stats. But 73% of the experts were on the New York Giants against the Washington Commanders. Washington was a 2.5 point underdog, so they were getting 2.5 points. The final score was 29-21 Commanders. They did not need any of those
yeah.
extra points.
No,
Um,
yeah, like you said in the
yeah,
note,
another
we,
easy one, like you said.
yeah, jumped out to a 13-0 lead, and like, okay, I think we're good. I think we're good here.
Yeah, and they just kind of they didn't cruise, but they were never, they never trailed. They never really threatened to the Giants really threatened to come back or anything like that, and then they just went outright. So didn't need the 2.5 points. So we're just going to keep the green going right here.
Yeah,
The
let's keep
first
it
game
going.
that was actually on, if you went chronological order,
Yeah,
this was the first game
Saturday
for us.
afternoon. I don't know. This is starting to become one. Like I have no stake in this game, but over the last 3 or 4 years, I've been watching this game because nothing else is on, and I've just really enjoyed this game. And this had everything you wanted in it was there. So 71% of the experts were on Navy playing Army. Army was a 6.5 point underdog. Um, and again, we handicapped. Sometimes it feels good, doesn't it, to like
Yeah,
actually feel like we know what we're talking about sometimes, even though most of the time we don't. But
yeah,
every once in a while, it kind of feels like, you know what? We did call this one right.
yeah. Careful,
Um,
John Mooney will start calling us experts.
yeah. But with this one, rivalry game. This game always seems to be really close, even though on paper, 71% of the experts and even the public was really heavy on Navy on this one. But rivalry game, the clock is always running, because
Yeah,
how
yeah,
much they love to run, and the only thing Army needed to do is just score a couple of times. And this is exactly what happened. So Navy ended up winning late in the game, but again, it was just such a fun game to watch. I didn't care who won one way or the other. Obviously, we just wanted to keep it within one touchdown. And even when Navy scored, I'm like, it's so late in the game. Good for Navy. Like it's just a fun game to watch.
I don't know what this means. 6-0 week
He's
ended.
saying Mooney is saying if we get 6-0, it's a given that we are experts.
Oh. Yeah, well, until that day comes.
Yeah, so we'll
Well,
just keep doing 5-1 so we can still have the moniker of we are idiots as well.
yeah, yeah. I on the Discord with the NASCAR gambling podcast guys, they did a little Army Navy preview because both of them served, and one of them was in the Army, one of them was in the Navy, so it was like that. And I did call it on the Discord chat that we were on Army plus 6.5. So
Yeah,
we got that there. Okay, so we did have a loss or two. 68% of the experts were on the Denver Broncos, and that gave us the Green Bay Packers minus 2.5. Final score of the game was 34-26 Denver, which we're not too mad at
nope.
losing that one because we're both Bronco fans. That got them one win closer to trying to get the 1 seed and home field advantage throughout the playoffs. So uh, if we were going to lose one of these picks, this one was definitely one that we didn't hurt us, hurt our feelings too much.
No, not at all. Again, being Bronco fans, like of course we want the number one seed. Anytime we win the game, it's going to be great. So it's kind of that silver lining. But yeah, at one point Green Bay was covering. So
Yes, this is one of those ones you were talking about where, like, oh man, they're covering. We could get 5-1 or 6-0 off of this.
yeah, again, but not heartbroken over it. So go Broncos, and let's keep it rolling this week. But we might be going against our Broncos again this week. A little foreshadowing.
A little foreshadowing, yeah.
All
Um,
right, another our last green of the week. This was a yawner game, but 66% of the experts were on Cincinnati Bengals at home versus Baltimore. Baltimore was a 2.5 point favorite. Final score 24-0. It was so cold there. Like watching that game, everyone looked miserable. Yeah, Cincy just couldn't get anything going. And whenever they got close, they got a turnover. Baltimore did just enough. I love these kind of wins for us, again, where we don't have to go into the fourth quarter sweating and texting back and forth, going, why aren't they going for it or whatever.
yeah,
20,
right.
again, it was kind of a yawner of a game, but fourth win for us that week.
Yeah. And the Ravens they finally like showed up. It
Yeah,
was like the Ravens everybody was like expecting all year.
right.
Uh, and they did it one game. I don't know if they can continue to do it. But okay, last game of the week. 66% of the experts were on the Los Angeles Chargers at the Kansas City Chiefs. Chiefs were a home favorite, minus 5.5. That gave us the Chiefs. Final score of the game, 16-13 Chargers. I think the Chiefs are officially mathematically eliminated
Yep, they're
from the
done.
playoffs. Um, they they were in danger of like driving to get a field goal or a touchdown late. The Chiefs were,
Yep,
and then unfortunately for him, and we never wish injury on anyone, but Patrick Mahomes rolls out, hyperextends his left knee, tears his ACL, and that was kind of the end of the ball game there. So
yeah, they were in field goal range, and then Minshew, for whatever reason, tried to force it into Kelsey, and like, I don't know
yeah,
what he was doing, but the guy comes in late in the game, and you don't expect him to be the hero, but yeah, they were in field goal range. So we, of course, are hoping Kansas City is out of the play. At least I was. I was wanting them to be gone, but for this day, I'm like, you know what? Let's go for overtime, and maybe Kansas City can get a touchdown and get us that fifth win. But knocking Casey out of the playoffs to me is like, okay, now anyone can win the Super Bowl, and I'm good as long as Casey isn't there.
yeah, you and me both. Yeah, the fatigue is real outside of Kansas City, Missouri. So good on everyone that we get to watch somebody else from the AFC make it to the
Yeah.
Super Bowl. All right,
So,
cool.
yeah, well, we again going into last week very pessimistic, which that's kind of my motto is every
Yeah,
week.
if you've
But
never listened to the show before, Brad is the pessimist. He sets the floor for our wins, typically at 1 or 2, and then I try to like pull him up to the ceiling of like 3 wins at least.
Well, and
Yeah.
here when we go over this week's, I think I'm going to do it, Mike. I'm gonna double down on my pessimism this week, and I think I'm going to do what I talked about. So
Yeah.
more
Before we came
follow
on.
here
Yeah.
in a couple minutes.
I want you to explain this whole thing to everyone what you're going to do here. So, okay, super cool stats year to date. We have 4 stats that we are tracking. Obviously, we are tracking the season total of all of our picks in the contest we're in, and we are now 58-32
Wow.
for a 64. And I put the 0.4 just so everybody
Yeah.
could see how far over we are the 64%. So we're not, we're on the upside of trying to get to 65%. We haven't
Yeah.
rounded up yet, but yeah.
Our first goal in doing this again, the second season was it a fluke last year? And clearly, we're doing way better than we even did last year, and we
At this
beat the
point, yeah, for sure. Yeah. I don't
but
think we were anywhere close to 64% last year.
no,
I think our highest was like 62, but that was like 2 or 3 weeks prior to this, like week
yeah.
11 or week 12.
So if you do the math, there's 3 weeks left. There's 18 games. If we were 0-18, we're still finishing 58-50, which
Yeah.
again is incredible. Last year, someone was asking what the percentage was. We ended up being 53.5%.
Yeah. Yeah.
So again, the mark that we're going for is 52.3% more than that because then you're making money. So last year, yeah, we were at 53.5%, give or take a couple of points. But
Yeah, we might have been able to round up to 54, but we're calling it like 53 and a half. So,
yeah,
yeah.
so
So,
and again, we don't go too deep into the pool that we're in, but um, we are tied for first place again, which is just incredible with the amount of people that are in this thing, and just being in first place with what we're doing and what we're up against and the games we have to pick to be tied for first
it's
is
it is it's remarkable, and I don't you and I obviously appreciate it because we're looking at our pick slate going, "Oh, okay, what the hell are we going to do with our 6th game or our 5th game?" Because we can barely agree on getting 2 or 3 of those games out of the slate that we're like, "Okay, I guess." And sometimes we don't even see a path for that that side of the bet, and it's just like, okay, it's the worst or the best of the worst.
right.
That Yeah, so we're just kind of like, okay, this is it, I guess. So yeah, I mean, we're somewhat confident in about 3 games, and the rest of them are just like, this is like a coin flip or worse.
Right. Yeah, like we're probably in trouble on this one.
Yeah.
But yeah, so what we also do is we also look at every single game that's in our slate just to see what would be the percentage of wins if we were just to put money on all of the opposites. So season total again is sticking strong. So the season total of all of the games in our slate is 186, 157, and 2. So a 54.2% winning percentage if we bet every game individually going against the experts. So again, we've said it every week this year. We have not been under that 52.3%. So yeah, if you bet against the experts, you would be making money right now.
Yeah. And I said this last year and I forgot to do it this year. But what I want to do is just do that. Um, and next year I got to remember, just put like $1 or whatever to
Yeah.
see, because, we've said it before, like degenerates deal in units. And I guess my unit would probably be $1. Um, um,
So
but like
you'd be up like $12 right now.
I'd be up like, yeah, maybe 12 units, right? Because some of them, you're getting good odds
Right.
because they are the underdog, right? Or whatever. So I need to do that next year, is just base it on units and see how many units you would be up
Yeah.
if you were just blindly picking the expert suck side, the opposite of the
Yeah.
experts.
Well,
This one ticked up.
I'll take this one as well, and then you can take the next one.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
we also look at the highest percentage game each week that we pick amongst those on our docket, and we won this one last week. Actually, I think the 3 highest percentage ones we won. But
We
so
did.
for the year, we are 10-7. So
Yeah.
another great stat we look at each week. Now this one I don't love, but
Oh, you had a tough week. So Brad and I have a head-to-head bet on our personal picks in the contest, and boy, I was 1 or 2 games behind you for a while until last week.
I've been
Until
leading
last week
almost
happened.
the whole season. I
Yeah,
think
until last week, I think. I don't know if I've ever had the lead, but I went 4-2, which put me at 44, 45-1, and Brad went 1-5.
and that was a lucky 1-5 because San Francisco, the 49ers had to kick a last second field goal in order to get it to 13 points. Because
And
they allowed them to score. I'm like, what the hell, 49ers? And so I'm actually rooting for the 49ers to kick a field goal when they didn't need to.
yeah,
But
I
I'm
don't know
like,
what's harder to go 0-6 or go 6-0. I
either way, I'm
Either way, it's pretty special.
it was not fun. So now you have a 2-game lead.
Yeah.
So yeah, we will. And do I say what I'm going to do this week, or do we wait until we get into the?
I'm going to bring them up.
Okay,
Let me just, okay, now you can say it because we're going
so
to do our week 16 picks. But Brad, before we came on the podcast, we were chatting a little bit about, and he's made a decision
so yeah,
about these picks this week.
yeah, and I believe I'm just going to preface it by saying I believe I control the flow of sports in general. So if my team is doing horrible and I'm watching it, I turn the channel and then magically, and it's crazy how many times, like if the Nuggets are playing and we start losing, or we had a big lead and now it's coming down. If we start playing bad, I turn it, and magically, when I turn it back, it's like, oh, we have the lead again. It's just crazy.
But then do you turn it off at that point again,
Well, then
just
if
so
it
they don't
starts
lose the
the
lead?
other way, yeah, and
Yeah.
sometimes I don't. I see that we've got the lead now or whatever, and I'm like, I can't turn it on. I've even had family members call me saying, "You better not be watching the Broncos right now, or you better be turning the channel." So everyone knows that I control the whole sports universe. So
It is your mojo. It is
so so
your
here's
pessimism energy.
so here's what I'm going to do this week because again, surprise, surprise, I am not excited about our 6 picks this week. So here's what I'm going to do to help us out mojo wise. In my personal picks, I am going to pick the opposite. I'm going to do it. I haven't done
All
it
right.
before, but that was one reason last week I think we did so well. I went opposite in my personal picks, 2 of our picks, and
And
I lost them. And our expert suck picks won. So
what
I'm
were
going
those? Which one were those?
to
Cincy or no? Giants,
no,
probably.
now I can't remember.
Giants, Washington,
But
Boise
one of them
State,
was Navy. One of them was the Navy.
Navy. Yeah, you did have Navy.
Navy was one of them, and then I can't remember the other one.
Okay.
Doesn't matter. But
Okay. So
I
as I
missed.
bring these up, just recall that Brad is going to be on the expert side
I'm
of
doing the
this.
expert side this week. So um, yeah. So I'll just kick it off with the first game. Our largest percentage, 74% of the experts are on Philly going to Washington. This is a Saturday game. So Washington Commanders are a 6.5-point underdog. Again, 7 points in the pros is a lot, especially when you're having to play in Washington. Washington, well, both of these teams, and we if we all watch the NFL, we know you never know what team's going to show up.
Yeah.
So Philly as we all know, Philly's been one of those teams this year that one week they look like world champions, and the next week they don't. And the
Yeah.
Commanders are not a great team, but Denver knows firsthand. They almost beat us. So they have a team where they can play with anyone. So 6.5 is a lot. So we thought playing at home, let's go for it.
Yeah. I like it. I don't, yeah, any given Sunday.
There you go,
Oh,
Blake.
you know this person.
Any given Sunday, Blake. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, the Eagles are, like you said, they're pretty schizophrenic. I mean, Jalen Hurts, man, he can be an MVP one week and then he throws 3 or 4 interceptions
Right.
the next week. And it's happened a little bit more often this year. Um, and
Well,
so he's
yeah.
and recently they're 9-5, but the 5 losses,
Well,
he's
and
yeah.
we always talk about it, rivalry games, and
Yeah,
in the divisional game, Philly
NFC
Commanders,
East.
it
Yeah.
falls into that bucket.
Let's go Mariota. Mariota. At least this is not the let's make sure this is not the Sunday night game. No, it's Saturday on Fox. So yeah, Collinsworth won't be anywhere near this game.
Thank goodness.
Yeah. So the next one is 69% of the experts and Brad are on the Atlanta Falcons at the Arizona Cardinals. Cardinals are getting 2.5 points at home. Um, just a home underdog. They're just two very similar teams, I guess. Um, is it going to be Cousins again for the Falcons?
Yes.
Yeah. So, boy, yeah, Cousins against Jacoby, right? Brissett.
Right.
So, yeah, that's compelling.
Well,
So,
yeah,
yeah, I
it's
guess we're getting points. So,
yeah. Well, and they're at Arizona. Atlanta's going, west, several
yeah,
time zones. Arizona, yeah, not a great record, but they've been able to hang in games as well. And anytime a team is playing at home, um, and neither team has really anything to play for, so you never know. You
yeah.
never know with this one.
And the Cardinals it feels like the Cardinals should have a better record than
Yes.
3-11. Like
Yep.
they've been in enough games, but they just do not enough to win.
Right.
Here you
Um,
go.
so here, yeah, kind of the reverse jinx again. If we end up losing this one, we're fine with it because it's Denver. So 68% of the experts are on the Broncos playing at home versus Jacksonville. Don't love that this is 3 points because a lot of our games have been right around those 3 points. So there's potential here without the hook that we could push this one. Um, but yeah, we just keep rolling, and I don't know.
Yeah.
Jacksonville,
I feel better if this was 3.5, like you just
yes,
said,
yeah,
because that way Broncos could kick a game-winning field goal,
right,
and it wouldn't be a push.
yeah,
But yeah, that line did go up a half a point.
yeah.
It started off at 2.5. So yeah,
But
yeah, I could definitely
similar,
see this being a tie, but a tie doesn't hurt us too terribly in the contest.
yes,
So
yeah. So similar to what we said last week, going against the Packers. Packers are a great team. So is Jacksonville. Jacksonville is one of the hottest teams right now. So again, we're like we hope the Broncos win, but we could see a scenario where Jacksonville comes in here and gets the win.
steals one.
Yep, there has been
Yeah.
history of Jacksonville coming to Denver and stealing some games from us.
Let's just have a 21-20 Broncos win,
Let's
and
do
we're
it.
good. Yeah,
Okay.
I like that score. I like the score even.
Yeah.
21-20. Okay, so you're up, right? Or me? No,
You.
me. 67% of the experts are on the Seattle Seahawks against the LA Rams tonight, Thursday night, NFL. Rams are getting a point and a half in this matchup. So basically, it's, you know, coin flip. We are taking the Rams at Seattle. Oh,
Yeah.
weather is supposed to be pretty wet,
Yeah.
rainy at the start of the game, and then the wind is supposed to pick up to about an 18-mile-an-hour wind. Um, here's what I like about the Rams. They're although no Devontae Adams, he's hurt, but they can run the ball, right? They
Yeah.
have Kyron Williams and Corum.
Or him.
They can run the ball, um, and Stafford can do just enough to move it on Seattle. Seattle's left tackle may be out of the game. I wish our good buddy Mike was on here to let us know about that, if he's going to play or not. But Sam Darnold without his starting left tackle against
Yeah.
the Rams, that's not a good formula for success. So
Well, this should be a great game, regardless.
yeah, it's
They're
going to be fun to watch. Should be
both,
close.
both playing for division lead and division or going for number one seed. So, I think this is going to be a great game.
One last little tidbit on here. Darnold has played against the Rams, and it's not all 3 games with Seattle, but I think he's played the Rams 3 times. He has 9 interceptions.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So
Nice.
there may be a Sam Darnold over 0.5 interceptions prop tonight that somebody could be playing. So, yeah.
All right. So game number 5, 65% of the experts are on Bama playing against Oklahoma. Another tight spread here. And that's,
This line flipped. Did you see that?
yes. So now it's Oklahoma minus 1.5.
Yep.
And this is a Friday game. So tomorrow night. And so obviously we're on the Oklahoma side. So now Oklahoma needs to win by 2 or more. Um,
Yeah.
I, I, Oklahoma is one of those teams I've not paid a lot of attention to, just because, again, you never knew which team was going to show up. Um, so this one I've just got huge question marks on. Obviously, we all know about Bama and their history, but I don't know. I don't know much about Oklahoma, and do they have a
Yeah.
shot? But
Yes.
Vegas seems to think they do.
Yeah.
If the,
Oklahoma probably has one of the best defenses in the SEC, if not the country. They don't have a good offense. So, and then Alabama, their offensive line is struggling. And they have from the first week when they got destroyed by Florida State.
yeah,
And if you want to see who Florida State is, go look up their record. But so they struggle running the ball against a good defense that stops the run. And then the pass rush is just going to pin their ears back. Alabama's already making excuses that Ty Simpson has a back injury and he played the championship game with a back injury and wah, wah, wah. So, yeah, all that leads to probably Alabama winning by like 10. But I do like Oklahoma's path to victory in this game.
Well, what I love about picking these games, because some of the other bowl games, like next week and the week after, that we're going to be picking, again, it's like game time. Are people going to be playing or not? What I
Yes.
love about the top 12 is that they're playing. Like, they're not
Yep.
sitting people, so they're playing hard. They're playing for a championship. So,
Yeah.
um, you know,
Absolutely.
you
So we
know,
don't have
we
to worry about opt outs.
right,
And
right.
although in this game, the head coach opted out.
Yes.
So,
The administration opted him out. He wanted to coach.
oh, yes. But I mean, he had already committed to
Yeah,
leaving the
yeah.
program. And what we're talking about is 65% of the experts are on Tulane against Ole Miss. Ole Miss is a 17.5 point favorite. That gives us the Rebels. This is Saturday game. And if you don't know, their head coach has already head coach has already left Ole Miss program. Johnny just had to throw this in. Are you in some type of fantasy football championship?
I
Why did you
am.
throw that in right at the end of our picks here? Anyway, we are still taking Ole Miss. They're going to have some type of coaching staff. I don't know who the interim head coach is. We just feel like Ole Miss is that much better than Tulane. They did play earlier this year,
40,
and
45 to 10, and I mean that's a big. And we've said it. It's hard to beat someone twice or 3 times.
yeah,
And 45 to 10 was a big a big gap between. So we just hope that gap still exists.
yeah, and like you said, I mean, they got all their players. Trinidad Chambliss is playing the quarterback. Check out the thumbnail on YouTube, kids,
Mhm.
that I save for. I try to do some things that are cool, but um, yeah. So I mean, they're not going to be without their weapons. So, uh, but
And they do love to score.
they
And
do
Brad
love to score.
scored.
Yep. So there we
So
are with that. Okay, so Brad's going to do the Costanza. For those of you that are the Seinfeld back in the day fans, he's going to go the opposite of what he thinks he should do and take
yep.
all the expert side on all 6 of these picks.
And it worked for George. And,
It did work for George. Let's hope it doesn't work for you. I don't want to be going 0 and 6
I don't either. So
on the expert suck side.
I'll gladly pay you our $20 wager if, like, I end up being 1 and 5 again this week. I would be more than happy to hand over that $20.
I want you to be 0-6. So um, that is our picks for. Oh,
Yeah,
should we
yeah.
recap? You want?
I'll just go through really
Yep,
quick.
recap those.
So we our first game we have Philly going to Washington. Washington is a 6.5 point underdog on Saturday. So we've got the Commanders. Second game is the Falcons going to the Cardinals in Arizona. Arizona's a 2.5 point underdog. On Sunday, also we have Jacksonville coming to Denver. So Denver is a 3 point favorite. So we are on the Jacksonville side. Fourth game we have tonight. We have Seattle playing at home versus the Rams. Rams are a 1.5 point underdog. So we are going on the Ram side. We also have the experts picking the Tide playing against Oklahoma. Oklahoma's a 1.5 point favorite on Friday. So, I grew up hating the Sooners. So again, I'm forced to root for a team I've always rooted against. But this weekend, I'm rooting for the Sooners. And then finally on Saturday, the experts were on the Tulane side playing Old Miss. Old Miss is a 17.5 point favorite. So yeah, let's go Old Miss and let's score some points. So that's it.
Nice. Um, we're gonna let. I'm gonna give him this say here. Our friend
Well,
John
yeah.
Mooney.
So John Mooney, thank you for the wishing me luck in the championship this week. I'm in my fantasy championship for 2 years in a row. Last year I pulled it out. Not sure if I'm going to have the luck this year, but we'll see. So thank you for that. And yeah, we'll
And
put in.
I have a
So
hard time with the Go Bucks. I mean, the NFC South should just not be allowed to have a winner that goes to the playoffs
none of them want to
because,
win. None of them want to
well,
win.
no, and they're 7-7, and if like whatever 9-8 or whatever it ends up being wins the division, when you have three teams out of the NFC West that deserve to be in there and hopefully do make it. Um, Yeah, and then maybe two teams from the NFC North that could go ahead of whoever wins the South.
Right.
The South is just pathetic. Sorry, John
Well,
Mooney.
and
And if you
just
don't win the South, then yeah, you're not a good team.
no. Well, in Carolina last week, I mean, they had it. Like they were. You're playing the Saints and you lose to them when you had the lead. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah,
Perfect opportunity to secure a spot in the playoffs or gain a game or get ahead of the Bucks even more. And
that's one of the ones I covered in my personal picks. Took the Saints.
I'm so happy for you. So happy for you.
Yeah. Oh, here we are. Um,
Oh no.
yeah. Don't get good. Don't get me started. But yeah, yeah. The college football playoff bracket's been beat. That horse has just been beat to death. It does need to expand to 16 or 24.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't care necessarily if college football adopted a like how the pros do it, at least by conference. Just have like 8 conferences of 6 teams or whatever, even 10 teams. And then, the conference champions get in, that's 8. And then you have 8 at large, that's 16. And then do it that way. And then go back to regions. Go to Pacific, go to Mountain, go to, you know, the Big Ten in the Midwest, the SEC in the South, and then do like something that used to be like the Big East, right?
Right.
And
Yeah.
instead of flying all over the country, it's just crazy.
Yeah.
I think we would get a better product if you did it that way. They could still have conference championships. They would have like 8 conference championships or
Right.
10 conference
Right.
championships. What network wouldn't want to bid on that? ESPN would go crazy.
Oh yeah.
And then dump it into a playoff, and then you get more opportunities to get ratings and advertising and more money. And if money drives everything, why aren't they not doing that? Because
Well, as we've talked about, like it's not a perfect science. It's never going to be. Even if you expand it out to 16, 24 teams, people are always going to get screwed. But it's been pretty clear that the leadership on the NCAA side whether it's college basketball, whether it's college football. College football, I think, is screwed up way more. But and don't get me started on this whole portal opening up and people moving teams before the season's even over. Like, just all of it just pisses me off. But
Yeah,
um,
especially when there's, you know, gambling involved, betting involved, and sports betting has become such a big industry. I mean, billions of dollars. And it's, you know, kids opting out and things like that, changing the lines right before the game.
right.
And yeah, I mean, it's made the bowls a lot less important.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, we can remember back growing up, the bowl
The
games,
Orange Bowl,
especially like January 1st,
yeah,
such a great day. And now it's just like, yeah, it's just a
whatever.
day.
The Gasparilla Bowl is on, and who has opted out of that one? And who
Right.
cares?
Right.
Yeah. So yeah,
All right.
we're these old men. Get off my lawn.
Yeah.
You
It's never
you
going to go
you
back to the way it was,
you
unfortunately.
youngsters that are ruining the game that we loved and grew up with.
Yeah.
All right. So, all right, Brad. Well, I don't know. I want to wish you luck on your picks, your personal picks this week, but
No,
um,
no. Again, I'm doing this for us. I'm doing
yeah,
this for us. So,
let's hope that yeah, your mojo stays the same. Nothing changes about it. I will still be the optimist and set our ceiling at 3 because we need 3. If we go 3-3, I think for these next 3 weeks, I think we're in pretty good shape
yep.
uh, at the end of the season. So yeah, I mean, let's get it. And just for one, you know, we say in poker, one time, hit that card one time. I need the 2 outer one time.
Right.
Just one time, give us a 6-0. Come on. It's not that hard.
Well, again, I'm trying to help our odds this week by betting the opposite. So I'm
Yeah.
betting the expert side this week. So
Thank you
good
for
good
doing
luck
that.
to you. Good luck to you on your
Yeah.
perfect picks, and good luck to everyone on your picks. And whether you're in fantasy or whether you do a pool similar to what we're doing, or just do individual, good luck to you. And yeah, we'll
We'll be back next week.
next week. Well, we're going to be doing like a
Oh,
Friday
yes.
show,
Yes,
I
we
think,
are
because it's Christmas
on
Day.
Thursday.
So we'll probably doing a 26th show.
Yes, we will. Programming note, and there are what 4 NFL games on
Yep.
Christmas Day, including our Denver Broncos. So we will may or may not be picking some of those games. But
Because of what we have to choose from, chances are really high that half of our picks are already going to be over by the time we have the show next Friday.
yeah, and just know that we're not going back and picking our games that have already finished. The contest that we are in locks on Thursdays before those games will start. So if anybody picks those games Thursday or even Friday, just know that they're locked. And
No,
we're not
no shenanigans on our
no
side.
shenanigans are being done with our picks. So yeah. Oh yeah. So all right. If we
Well,
probably won't see everybody. I'll see you Saturday, but everybody that's listening, all of our followers and everybody that follows us on Spotify and YouTube, Merry Christmas next week. Hope that you have a great day with your families. Stay safe and enjoy, you know, being around all your loved ones.
and we want to be inclusive. So happy Hanukkah,
Yep.
Merry Kwanzaa, all the things. I don't know all the
If you celebrate some type of holiday, enjoy.
happy holidays. How about that?
Happy all the holidays. And we will be back. We'll set the show time for Friday next week. So just pay attention to that. You should get your notification if you're subscribing on YouTube.
All right.
All right,
Well,
Brad. Well, good
great
luck.
week. Best of luck to everyone, and we will
Yeah.
see you soon.
We'll see you next week.
Okay.